we are going to walk through how to do Instagram Reels. So you're going to open up Instagram and you see that you've got the menu over there on the left-hand side. Now I'm just propping my phone up here in my phone holder. You want to try and aim for some good lighting. In this example, this is not a good example of good lighting, so just ignore that. The timer you can set for 15, 30, or 60 seconds. The music icon, you can select your music. So you can go in there, choose what sound you want. You can even turn the filters on and the effects. If you've got any saved filters, that will help you. And then I set the timer because that makes it hands-free. Now, here's what I've got. I'm going to do a reel using 3 different Scentsy soaks because I want to show you how to do a transition. So, all right, so I've got the 3 Scentsy soaks. I'm going to dance with each one. Please do not judge me on my dancing. All right, make sure you look good, okay? Then hit your button. You see it will count you down. And when it starts going, okay, now I've got my shot. I'm going to hit the stop button. And from there, do you see the scissors? If you click on the scissors, that's where you can trim it. So see how I'm pulling it back to where exactly I want it to stop. So I want it to stop right there at that bag because that's where I'm going to come in with the next bag. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my effects on, my timer, and I'm going to align it. So you see that shadow there, that shows me like a tracing where I need to put my next bag. Push the button, the timer, there we go. Now the bag's in the place, go again. I'm gonna stop, click the scissors to trim exactly to that point. That's where I want it to stop. Once I get it to where I want it to stop, and I'm good with that. All right, so now again, effects, timer, align. That way, again, it's going to put that shadow on the screen so I can line up my 3rd Scentsy Soak bag. All right, so I've got this aligned up. And now I'm going to hit the button. The timer's going to go. Yay, there's the 3rd bag, dancing along. Yep, that's so cool. Okay, now I want to stop that. Again, I'm going to trim it. So I'm going to hit the back button there, hit the scissors, trim that down because I don't want that extra at the end. Now, here we go. It's about a good stopping point, I think. Okay, so now for the last time, effects, timer. I don't need to align this one because I'm not doing any more transitions. I'm just going to dance for the rest of the reel. So I'm just going to hit the timer to go. I'm just going to dance it out all the way to the end. There you go. All right. So now my reel is complete. You see how, now I can preview it. See how those bags each just pop in there? I could probably have done it even a little bit better, but the more you do this, the more you will get better at those transitions and lining them up. So now that we've got that, what I normally do is I immediately save just in case for whatever reason and I don't lose it. So I save it. But now here is where you can put any text, any GIFs, anything you want to put on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the question. Have you tried Scentsy Soak? Right. I'm going to make this stand out a little bit with a white background. So you just mess with your colors there. Depends on how you like yours to look. This is just what I use. And now down there at the bottom, when I click on the actual wording, again, I can trim that to where I want the text to stop. So now I'm going to add new text because I'm going to have this come in after that first text aligns. I want to tell them about all the different fragrance options in our Scentsy Soak. But I want this to pop up after that Have You Tried Scentsy Soak. So you can kind of see it in the background on the screen. but that's just because we're editing. That will go away when we're done editing. In the editing phase, you're going to be able to see little shadows of everything. Again, I'm going to highlight that down there at the bottom and trim where I want it to start and where I want it to end. So that's how you can get your text to stop and start at certain points. One thing I like to do with a lot of my videos, or my reels specifically with Scentsy, is go to the GIFs or GIFs, type in Scentsy. This is where you can get the logo and all those cool things. So I just pull forward what it is I want to use. I usually just like keeping it pretty simple. And again, I'm going to click on that at the bottom where I want it to start, where I want it to end, and I'm just going to let it finish out the video. So now I'm done. You can, of course, add as much as you want, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in my copy or what I want to say. And you can choose here where you want your cover or what you want your cover photo to be. So you can pick any part of that video, or you can actually upload a new image. I'm just going to pick a piece of that video there. But now I'm going to go ahead and write my copy in here. Of course, this can be whatever you want it to say. There are a lot of different ways that you can write copy, right? But one of the most important things you want to look for, you want to add value. You want them to read your caption. So what is it that you want your viewers or your followers to see, to learn, to know? I like to do things that are going to give value. So did they know that we had Scentsy Soak in all of these different scents? I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Now with Reels, you can also do just like if you were creating a post or anything else on Instagram. You can add in your hashtags. You can add in up to 30 hashtags on any Instagram post. So after my copy, and I like to actually just separate mine from the copy that I'm writing in or the actual text that I'm putting into my image. So I'm going to go ahead, finish this out, but I want to make sure that I get in all my hashtags. So if you have any kind of a method of how you utilize hashtags, that's when you would put that into play. I've used apps before. I like to just kind of use hashtags very authentically. So usually for me, I try and make the hashtag pretty relevant to whatever it is that I'm actually showing or doing. In this case, like relaxation, Scentsy snapshots. Scentsy still likes to see a lot of our user-generated reels too. So it doesn't just have to be for pictures. They will, of course, love to showcase anything that we're doing. So I like to add that in as well. So I'm going to go ahead, add in my 30 hashtag, well, up to 30 anyway. And get all those in. Once I finish with my hashtags and I'm satisfied with everything that's there, this is where you can batch a lot of your work. Down at the bottom, you can click Save to Drafts. I'm just tagging Scentsy also in this, because you can tag people. But at the bottom, Save to Drafts. And then when I actually click on my reels, you'll see my draft is there. This is where, like I said, you can create reels all in a row and save them as drafts. When you click on them, it will pull up your copy and everything that is there and instantly post it for you. So, like I said, I like to batch and do these one big fail swoop, or you can do them individually. But either way, hope this helps in learning how to do some really fun Instagram reels.